The YWCA takes seriously its mission of eliminating racism. Few goals carry a heavier burden. However, few organizations have the century-long experience and integrity delivering the necessary services, leading the charge in the community. The dynamics of an ever-changing, fast-paced world has made the goal of ending racism possible. Race is an idea built on false notions of superiority and inferiority. The injustice began when we divided ourselves based on dehumanizing philosophies that help us manufacture race. The YWCA has chosen to correct the record first, delivering justice for all those afflicted by race thinking and making clear that race doesn't exist.
All men are created equal. All men are created equal. It's the lofty and revolutionary ideal at America's core. Yet it was written at a time when some inhabitants were held in bondage, and others were being dispossessed of their lands. How did American society justify unequal treatment based on skin color and national origins? How did it reconcile that contradiction? America created a story of race.
We have the idea that it's somewhere written in stone that there are these fundamental differences between human beings. We don't realize that race is an idea that evolves over time, that it has a history.
So there was no white race, but in the colonies of what would become the United States, what did we see in the 1660s, 1670s? We began to see that Africans of indentured servant status realized, as did the white indentured servants, the Europeans who hadn't even been called white yet, that they had a lot of things in common, like the fact that they were all getting their clock cleaned by the elite. And so they would get together more than our history books taught us to foment rebellion against the elite, to try to get a better deal for themselves on the basis of economic necessity and economic justice. And what did the elite do? When you see that you're outnumbered by black and white folks who are penniless, landless, peasants, you have to do one of two things. You either have to kill them all, but you can't do that because who's going to work? Rich folks weren't going to. They had to get poor people to work. The whole point was to be a person of leisure back in those days. That was the goal, was not to work. So you couldn't kill them all. You didn't want to kill them all. You had to do the work yourself. You had to build your own levee, build your own house. No. Pick your own tobacco, harvest your own cotton. No, we're not going to do any of that. So you can't kill them, but you can co-opt them. And so the elite in Virginia, for example, in the colony, begins to give certain carrots to people of European descent, saying things like, you know, we're going to let you own a little land. Not much, but just a little. And we're going to get rid of indentured servitude. Now you're free labor. And by the way, once you're free labor, you get 50 acres of land. Just because you're free labor, see? So we're going to cut you in on this deal. We're going to let you enter into contracts. We're going to let you testify in court. And here's the best of all. We're going to put you on the slave patrol to keep those people in line, right? The idea was you're still going to get your clock cleaned. We still don't like you. We still aren't going to really empower you or change your economic subordination, but we're going to make you honorary members of this team, and you're going to help us keep those other people down. And so they got a little taste of power, and it did effectively divide and conquer those coalitions. Those rebellions began to stop almost instantly.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling the YWCA. This is Irene. How may I help you? Okay, hold on just a second, please. Thank you. Hey, Miss Vivian. Do you ever go to What Is?
Yes, I'm actually going there next Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you. Do you consider yourself a Mexican or a Mexicano?
I don't know. On my birth certificate it says Hispanic white, so I'm not sure.
On January 23, 1917, the Doctrinian actions of the U.S. Public Health Service provoked even angrier protests than that seen in Laredo the previous March. The morning the quarantine was enforced, Carmelita Torres, 47 years of age, and most likely a domestic employed by an elite El Paso family, spearheaded a demonstration of about 200 Juarez women incensed in the American quarantine regulations at the Santa Fe Street Bridge. The women were irate at the protest of being forced into kerosene showers and had heard rumors that American soldiers were photographing the women while bathing and making the pictures public.
In 1917, Mexicanos, who maintained little, if any, difference from the Mexicans who asserted U.S. citizenship, rejected the dehumanization and false notions of inferiority projected upon them. Almost 100 years later, as the borderlands steer towards a more cohesive and just community, the project is fortified by the foundational knowledge that race doesn't exist.
When I say the words Afro-Latino or Afro-Latina, what does that make you think of?
My roots.
Of our roots.
Okay. Afro-Latino, Latino person with soul. Okay. When I say Afro-Latino, is that a fact or is that a myth?
Fact, I guess. I've seen a
Like,
couple.
I'm trying to think back.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah, that's a fact, right?
Fact?
Yeah.
If you go to Mexico, you'll find a couple of African Latinos, I guess.
I think of music when you tell me something. For some reason, Celia Cruz just pops into my mind. One thing I'm trying to get my parents to understand is that in the Dominican Republic, like, they were slaves from Africa.
To be honest, I just started saying I'm Afro-Latina, literally like a year ago. When I say Afro-Latina, it clears up the confusion, because they're like, wait, but you're black. How do you speak Spanish? I'm like, well, Dominicans come in all colors.
Right. Colorism is sort of just like internalized racism within the quote-unquote Latino community. We do anything and everything possible to sort of just like make connections, however tenuous, to like European roots, and then like simultaneously like sort of just like deny like our like African roots. People who use Afro-Latino is sort of just like elevating and just acknowledging the fact that like all of us who grew up in quote-unquote Latin America like have some like African roots.
Before 1492, there weren't any Puerto Ricans. I'm Puerto Rican, by the way. Puerto Ricans are a mixture of the African slave, the Taino Indian, and the Spanish European or conquistador, to put it in that matter. I have that blood running in me. When you say and when you mention Afro, you're talking about me. You're talking about people from the Caribbean. You're talking about Latinos in general.
I'm 48 years old and I'd like to find out why sometimes I cry at McDonald's commercials. I hope I'm back. I had a torta. I hope that he doesn't find out I'm 28% avocado. You don't ever want to smell your DNA sample. I'm ready to find out why I own every Bee Gees album, and I love the Commodores.
We're back with Mariah Carey. We've been doing DNA testing, finding out ethnic backgrounds of Larry David and Jessica Alba have done it. And Jessica Alba is more European than Larry David. And we're going to do Snoop next month. I think Snoop is part Cleopatra because he looks a little Egyptian. So in the clip that we just saw, Precious asked you, what color are you? And I know you probably got that question your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
What color
Yes,
are you?
Did. In this country, black.
You oh.
No,
Yeah.
for real. It's the law since slavery. If you're even
TV slavery or real slavery?
Real slavery.
Okay.
Any amount of black in you, you are black in this country.
But there's some Latina in there too. There's a little,
Well,
come on, give me a little bit.
Here's what I am.
Give me a little
My
bit.
mother is Irish. She's like the Queen of Ireland. She loves Ireland, and that's all I can say. Irish, Irish, Irish. Yay, Mom. Okay. And my father is black, and he grew up in Harlem. Actually, they lived in the Bronx first, then he grew up in Harlem. He grew up as an African-American man. He served his country.
Beautiful.
And his father's mother, so my great-grandmother, is Venezuelan.
So we gotta have a little piece for us.
Yeah,
the
well,
Latinos gotta have a little Mariah Carey.
We got it. But it's my great-grandmother, but I did go to Venezuela and see where she was from.
You know, even if you had seen La Bamba, we'd still claim you. Okay, you have my, I know that. You have my results. They're from the DNA Diagnostic Center in Cincinnati. I have no idea what they are. We've known for 2 weeks. I didn't want to know, and I wanted somebody who was
also of mixed lineage, perhaps.
Yes, well said. Enthralled, I'm enthralled. So, Robin, give me a drum roll, and Mariah will read the results.
It turns out you are less Native American than Larry David. But you have more flavor than Jessica Alba. You are 55% European, 32% Native American, 9% East Asian, and 4% Sub-Saharan African.
I'm black! I gotta put down black.
There you go.
You get that in an omelet. There's 4 different ingredients. 55% European, 32% Native American, 9% East Asian. This is why I'm very calm. And
East Asian, can they translate that to like what does that mean? Where is the Latino section of you?
I might have called my special the wrong name. I should call it Tall, Dark, and Sub-Saharan African. I'm gonna get the whole breakdown, but I don't think anybody's had more of a mixture in the people that it's only been 2. I have 4.
Right.
European is Spanish, actually. European goes
really?
as
Okay,
Latino, so 55% Latino. So everybody on Twitter, don't hate yet.
Yeah, stop hating.
So if you want to find out your ethnic background, I happen to have a kit.
No swab for me. I know what I know, and it was difficult enough to deal with as it is. I don't need any new kind of stuff here.
This is it. Home sweet home.
Can't believe we left Cali for Texas.
How different can it be? Hola, y'all.
Hella different. So, what are we barbecuing? Some tri-tips? Some carne asada?
No, cooking real meat. Barbacoa, and it's fresh.
Fresh?
Straight off the cow's head.
What have you done to that michelada?
Put shrimp in it.
What if you wanted a shrimp cocktail? We could have made you one.
Oh. I need ice. Where's the closest Subre?
I don't know what that is. Down here we have HEB. That's why you should always use protection.
Hey, is it gonna be much longer?
Nah, just a few more hours.
What?
Slow and low. Chiquillo. If you'd like, you can swing into town for a water burger.
How about some In-N-Out?
Now that's an enchilada.
What have you done? You took perfection and turned it into I don't know what that is.
You're right. Needs más queso.
Why not take a dump in the chilaquiles while we're at it and call it migas?
Chilaquiles is not migas.
I brought some tortillas for the tacos. We're doing burritos instead? Cool.
Nope. Still tacos, bro. We ain't in Lubbock.
So what do you all do for fun around here? There's no beach.
Have you heard of the island? It's only like 5 hours away.
5 hours? You all are crazy.
You all? You mean y'all?
You all?
No, y'all.
You.
Y'all.
All.
No, you smoosh them together.
Y'all.
Escúchame. Y'all.
Y'all.
Here, take a drink. That'll loosen the lips. We'll get it.
Yeah. Here, did you ask for the Tabasco?
I'm just saying, everybody knows Dallas Cowboys are America's team.
Man, everybody knows real Mexicans like the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, right. You guys are into the whole thing about ironic collecting things that suck.
Where did you say that your family was from again?
Texas.
But like before that?
Texas.
Before America, when you were still part of Mexico.
Texas.
Coachella.
ACL.
The Lakers?
Why are we standing up?
Austin.
LA?
The land of tofu and shrimp in your michelada.
Who do you think you are with that? Who do you think you are?
Hey! We're acting like a bunch of malcriados. We might be different, but we're Chicanos, dang it.
We all love arroz and pollo.
A cold horchata on a hot day.
And barbecuing with the family and listening to Selena.
Yeah.
I'm glad we met. Y'all.
Salud.
Let's say we hit up the showcase. Check out the new models.
That sounds good to me.
I thought you meant cars.
You ready, hombre?